I write about. I want to tell about Troy movie that was shot in United States in 2004. That's a story about the old war between the Greeks and Trojans. That story starts when the Greek prince, whose name is Hector, once did agreement between the king of the Sparta, and after a long war, they finally make a peace, and he came with his brother Paris, but his brother fell in love with Menelaus' wife. Menelaus was king of the Sparta, and they ran together to the Troy. After that, Menelaus get all Greek other countries together, and they go to war against the Troy. But the Paris they make agreement between the Menelaus and say that this is not a war between their countries, that they are wars for Helen, and they start fight. But when the brother of Paris, Hector, saw that his brother is almost dying, he goes and kills Menelaus, and the Greeks attacked the Troy after that, and that war was very long, 10 years. And during that time, many things happened. There was also Odysseus, who was the king of Ithaca, and there was Achilles, who was a leader of Myrmidons, and they fight very strong. They try, but the walls of Troy was very strong, and they can't go inside of the city. And the prince of Trojans, Hector, was very heroic person. He fights for his country, for his home, and did all his best to against the Greek. But there's happened thing when the Odysseus have argument with Menelaus' brother, who became the king of the Greeks, and he wants to go home, and he was very he won't go home, but his brother that day was killed by the Hector. After that, Achilles go to the walls of Troy and called to Hector to the fight. That was very long, terribly fight, and finally Achilles killed Hector. After that, the Greeks made a wooden horse with a hole inside, and they put that horse in front of the walls of Troy, and Trojans think that they win the war, and that horse is for the respect of Trojans, and take it to the city. But at that night, the soldiers came out from the horse, opened the doors of city, and soldiers came inside of the city and burned all. And during that time,
you're at 4 minutes, so
Achilles was killed by the brother of Paris, brother of Hector, Paris. Paris and Helen ran away from the city with other citizens, but the city was burned. And that very interesting story about love of your country, of your brother, love between lovely hearts. That was interesting. I think that everybody should watch that movie.
Okay, all right.